All right, let's get started. Hello there. Welcome to Tech and Cash. Thank you for joining us again for another tournament live stream. And we have a very special game today. We have the grand finale for the Blue Tit Bash tournament. Definitely a very special tournament here. We started with over 100 people in the tournament, and then after a preliminary stage and a knockout stage, now we are down to our two very finalists here. So we have Rocket Fuel and Yort the Sword. So welcome both players. And
Thank you.
yeah, again, very impressive. I feel like just making it to the final in this tournament is a great feat by itself. But as always, we can only have one winner at the end. So good luck to both. That's what we're gonna find out today. So Rocket Fuel and You're the Sword are going to play in a best of three match. And yeah, all the best to both of you. Please get started when you're ready.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck to you as well.
All right. Here we go. So who is starting? Looks like Rocket Fuel is starting here. Okay, let me see. Yes. Rocket Fuel is starting here. What do we have in the starting hand? Looks like a bunch of wetland bird. By the way, I'm going solo today. I think you guys can hear my commentary, but if anyone don't mind typing something in the chat to indicate that you can hear my commentary, that would be great. Or should I check my commentary just to make sure?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
It's Uwu. Do you mind if I join you? I just got back.
Yeah, if you want to join.
Of course.
Are you in the chat right now?
Yeah, I'm in a motel.
All right, so
Internet.
nice. We have Heartseed joining us for the live stream final today. What a nice surprise. Thank you for joining.
I'm sweaty and wet.
Yes.
But
all right.
okay.
Well, sounds like the commentary is going through, so I'm happy with that too.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it have. Do you know how to make it have two screens when we're in cell phone mode?
I don't know if you can do that with cell phone actually. Unfortunately. All right. I know the live stream is flickering a little bit, but hopefully this should be it.
Yeah. Is the live stream like super live?
Yes, it is going
instantaneous.
Live. No, it has a 10-second delay.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Looks like we are good. So Rocket Fuel starting hand here, very interesting. You know, very great wetland option here with the turn and star nest, but you know, obviously without a forest bird, can be kind of tricky.
Green heron.
Yep, the green heron and black tern can really, you know, set up your wetland here nicely.
Okay, I have an idea.
Yes.
What do you think of green heron plus black woodpecker? You'll be able to use the green heron to get the food from a black woodpecker while picking up 2 cards.
Oh yeah, I do like the black woodpecker. Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost any move. You can get that worm from anything.
Yeah, but obviously, you know, the must pick in the trade right now is the swallow. So,
good point.
Yeah, but there's a good chance that the woodpecker might still be around. Like, you know, all right, it looks like they're going all in with the turn here. And let's look at what this Yort has.
Hmm.
Wow, look at this.
Let's see. Ooh, Savvies.
Yep. I think it's a lot more balanced starting here. Obviously, with the Savvy's Wobbler and the White Start, so you have a good forest and a good wetland. Very nice combo.
Anyone's game.
Yeah,
Kind of.
it is really anyone's game. So like, I think Yord has a good starting hand here, like very balanced setup. But obviously the drawback is like, they're both 1 point bird. But long term wise, it's gonna provide them very nice resources. But on the other hand, Rocket Fuel has the turn and the swallow, like 2-star nests. Like that gotta count for something.
Oh, just the last end of round goal. Is that a cavity nest one? Yeah, it is.
Yep. And yeah, like if Rocket Fuel can pick up that woodpecker, then they're quite set as well. They have like woodpecker for food, they have swallow for grassland, and then a nice turn in the wetlands. So, yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yep.
Serene.
All right. Wow. Look like you're also kept the pine siskin. That's interesting. I guess it's kind of nice because they know that with Sawi warblers, they're gonna get extra cards. So, they can now turn those extra cards into food and point using the siskins.
Yeah. And it counts for a bonus card too, so it's not
Yeah.
terrible.
The Passerines manager. Very nice. All right.
Very nice.
Rocket Fuel first dip here. No surprise going for the Bond Swallow. And there you go. Rule 16 in full effect.
What did they get?
The Chipping Sparrow. And
Ooh.
and Rule
Oh
16
my
over
God.
again. It's just how the games run sometime. My favorite bird
Wow.
just appeared. The spotted towhee.
It's your favorite bird?
It is my favorite bird. Yes.
Ooh.
Well, clearly someone did not read my interview on the tournament Discord.
Oops.
Wow, this game is really shaping up. Like, I think the Chipping Sparrow definitely a very nice pickup for Yord because now like
So good.
yeah, they can really build up a good tempo with eggs in the forest. And then Rocket Fuel looks like they're considering picking up the woodpecker instead.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed, seeing that my favorite bird didn't get picked up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like, if you're Yord here, do you pick up the towhee? Yes, Yord. Come on, Yord did not disappoint.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice. And again, the nuthatch show up. What do you do now?
Nuthatch, I think you just get started.
Yeah.
You can pick it up with a barn swallow or later. No rush.
Yeah. It is kind of getting ridiculous. Like, so many nice birds. Like at some point you just gotta move on and start setting up your game here. All right, looks like Rocket Fuel is all in with that woodpecker over there and hoping to pick up, quite a few birds. Like, I mean, food. Did I say bird?
Yeah, I wonder if they'll actually use the Towie that much, well, at least early game. They have the Chipping Sparrow, so they don't need to use the Towie early.
Yeah. I mean, look at that woodpecker. It's such a nice pickup. Like, 1 fish, 2 grub, and, that's all the food that they need to play both the tern and the swallow. So, I like that. On the other hand, again, I've been in many situations like yours hand where you have a lot of nice bird, but they are all like low points. It can be dangerous, like because your opponent is building up, a good lead with the bird points there, and you spend a lot of turns setting up all these like low point birds. Like it's gonna pay off in the long run, but you're gonna miss out a little bit of a lead in the early game. So, but obviously the game is still very early, so yeah, we'll see how this game is gonna play out.
Yeah, I think just purely by having the Savvy Swarbler in the game, if it's activated, everyone just gets more points. Probably, so
Yeah.
they'll be fine.
Yep.
Be nice for one of them to pick up the Avocet, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think Yord can kind of, yeah, especially for Yord. Yord can totally justify picking up that Avocet because they have good access to grub and they're running eggs in the forest, so the extra eggs from Avocet is gonna be nice. They also have a lot of ground nests, but again, it's the scary thing of using one more turn to pick up a bird. So. Yeah. Rocket Fuel almost.
Oh no, not just using the one turn, just kind of like, I don't know, using Barn Swallow or something. I guess they don't have the turns left to pick it up easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Rocket Fuel almost played a Barn Swallow in the wetland there, so I'm glad that they did not. Yeah.
Why not?
I guess like long-term wise, the Barn Swallow would be much nicer in the grassland. Just in terms of like racking up points late game. I mean, seeing that Barn Swallow down, I wonder if Yord is gonna change their mind and pick up that Avocet.
I think that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
It will work out points wise, and it might not allow them a chance to not lay eggs.
Yeah.
Which could help.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But if they pick up the Avocet, then they'll miss out on the first end of round goal. So.
Oh.
Yeah. And a very nice catbird pickup by Rocket Fuel here. Again, that's one of those games. It's like, you get the catbird and the swallow. Now, just 2 birds. You have a 5 points engine. So, it's just amazing.
It's not fair. Ooh,
look at that.
Nice.
Very nice trade for Yord here. Ooh, even Bee Eater. I love the Bee Eater from the European expansion. Wow, look at this.
White Start and Shipping Sparrow. Not gonna do much. Or they'll do it for a bit. But.
I think that was a very nice round of pickup by Yord there, They just pick up the Goldfinch, which is a direct counter to the Barn Swallow. And then they also pick up the Red Knot, which they can easily play with their White Start. And then the Bee Eater can be a late game pivot to the grassland. They even get the Carolina Wren, which...
Ooh, for the egg space, right?
For the egg space, but I'm not sure.
Total Birds.
Total Birds, yeah.
And the last one too, yeah.
Yeah, it can work out quite well. Very nice pickup there. So...
Every single one of those cards. Except for the Pine Siskin, which they kept.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, alright, look like they're going with the Siskin.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess it still helped with the second end of round goals here by playing extra bird. My guess is seems like they might tuck the Carolina Wren to get extra
At this
food.
Point, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with their wetland, they really don't need the Carolina Wren to pick up 2 cards. With their Savis, they can easily pick up a lot of birds cards.
I just really like the egg space, that's all.
Yes. Yes. That is true. But again, Yord is running the Chipping Sparrow, so they may not need to worry too much about that egg space.
That's true.
Yeah. Alright. Looks like Rocket Fuel is cycling cards a little bit to see if they can pick up anything nice. They definitely would like to get the catbird down as soon as possible so that they can get their grassland engine set up. But yeah, they're gonna be not happy when they see the goldfinch down because
Do you get rid of the great egret here, say?
Sorry, what?
I was just wondering if you would have gotten rid of a great egret or kept it.
The great egret. Where was the great egret?
Yeah, I think
the
rocket
tug.
fuel.
Yeah.
Just tough, but yeah.
I don't mind that. I will also maybe pick up cards again, but I don't know. I don't mind ditching the great egret because, yeah, it just like they kind of have a good forest, but not really. The woodpecker helped them to pick up grub, but they really need like fish to play the great egret. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, that if that 1 point was worth it to get rid of the great egret.
Yeah. It's just an opinion thing. It's all
Yeah.
the same usually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still nice if they have it, because looks like they're gonna play the bullfinch. If they get the bullfinch down, they're gonna have like very nice access to food. We're talking about like 3 or 4 food in one turn, so that can really help to play expensive bird like the egret. So right, going for the card.
Crazy forest game.
Crazy forest game. And even like look at Yort here. Yort is like getting all ready to pivot to the grassland. They can get grub with the bee eater, grain from the towhee, and all those food are gonna feed the birds that they want to play. So I love it when I see a nice pivot.
A nice pivot. Honey
Oh,
buzzard.
yeah. Honey
Imagine
buzzard.
that.
Yeah.
I still think it's good.
Yeah, I mean,
you can
it's...
actually brute force everything.
But I don't know if either of them really need the honey buzzard in this situation. But yes,
I think it would be good for rocket fuel.
Oh, that's so cursed. There was no grub when you reroll. That's always such a sad feeling when you roll 5 dice and get no grub.
But it's okay though. He's actually had a couple. Like it's when it fails the first 2 times that it's like you automatically lose.
Yeah.
Right. If it fails like a couple times in the middle of the game, you're fine. But like the first 2 key times you need it fails. That's the worst.
Yeah. And again, like, it wasn't really a fail. Like, Yort is still making 3 points here with their grassland, basically rival Rocket Field right now. So, yeah, this game is really shaping up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You go for the honey buzzard? Probably not as a Yort, but
yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering what's your game here. They are definitely in lead for the second end of round goals here, so they're not worried about that. Yeah, I think they might be just like, one way to go is just like keep laying eggs and use all the free food that they get from grassland to feed the bird they want to play. Seems like they might be waiting for the third round tray to decide, whether to pick up more cards again. So
they have good cards.
Yeah,
definitely.
Let's say, and looks like Yord is very well set up for the third end of round goals here as well, with the Sawi's Wobbler already at 4 egg spots. So there you go, free grub. Very nice. Yeah, with 2 food in a turn from grassland, like, yeah, Yord can really brute force a lot of birds.
Definitely. I was actually curious of why Yord went for the Siskin and that kind of thing at all. He could have just brute forced and stayed there, but
yeah,
this makes a lot of sense for the total birds though. So
yeah, I think for the total birds, like, and now they have, they saw that catbird down, obviously, you know, they can't wait to get this goldfinch down because now at least it reduces, you know, rocket fuel engine down to 4 points. It was 5 points. Like right now it's 5 points, but if the goldfinch is down to 4, so
You're getting ready to cancel each other out. This
yeah.
set of turns, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so it really comes down to who can draw the nice bird to build up their engine here. You know, you're only a 3 points engine, but 2 food. Like you just can't discount that. And you're just winning the end of round goal too. So yeah. And look
You're
at that.
always... Ooh.
the Banali's ego is really quickly.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The Banali's ego is quickly becoming one of the most hated bird in the tournament.
I hate
Discord.
it too. It's so unfair.
Yeah, it is true. Like I think people are starting to realize how silly the Banali's ego is, you know?
Yeah. Because it's not even okay, like just purely because of points and it doesn't cost food. Like that's we hate it, but we don't hate it that much.
Yeah.
But like when there's an end of round goal,
Uh-huh.
that's like, oh, by the way, the amount of food you spent or didn't spend. And,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, okay, there's no way I lose this end of round goal. And when the dude just plays like Benelli's Eagle and wins it by 1 food that they didn't actually spend, it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It throws off, like you can't plan for that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think a lot of people has lost a lot of close game to Banali's ego, and they really felt unjust because, you know, sometimes you just feel like, yeah, it takes almost no skill and, you know, no skill and no food, basically. Like it's the only type of bird in the game where, like, you know, you just don't need too much investment and make a ton of points. Like, it's so silly.
It's the Wingspan bird that reminds us that we're playing Wingspan and not some other game.
Yes. Oh, look at that. They even got the golden eagle.
That's terrible.
All right. Oh, look at this catbird. I wonder if York can capitalize on this catbird here.
Catbird.
Oh, the mockingbird, I mean.
Oh, they got a mocking. Sorry, I'm only looking at one of their screens, so
Yeah.
I only get
Ooh,
update.
York also has a pretty nice pickup here. Wow, look at this. Okay, this is very interesting. York has a lot of option here.
Definitely.
They just pick
Do you
up
think
the.
he plays both the Starlink and the other one, or just?
Oh my god, this game is crazy. And then what? Rocket Fuel just casually pick up the purple Martin? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
This is getting very interesting. Yeah.
Would you play the purple Martin still?
Maybe. I mean, you know, like what?
There's a lot of nice things to play.
There is a lot of nice thing to play, but the Pearl Martin, like, you know, middle of round 3, like, it can still be worth it, I think. And at the same
Did they play the Chickadee?
They did play the Chickadee.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is always risky to play a 2-point birds in round 3, but, you know, I think maybe they're thinking like, oh, they have a lot of big birds, like, you know, they can pick up food a few times and try to make it worth it. But we'll see. At the same time, yours has so many decisions. Like, they can play the cowbird to counter it. They can play, you know, the starling and the dove, you know, to really capitalize on the extra food they're gonna gain from their grassland. I think like York might be set here. Like, if they play the cowbird and the mockingbird and, you know, the collar dove, like, I don't think they need to pick up more cards. Like, this might be just the end game there.
I think so too. I'm just wondering if they're going to play both the dove and a starling, or if that's unnecessary.
I think it's kind of overkill. I think they only need one because
If you're gonna be repeating to get more though. Get
yeah,
more food.
that is a good point. But yeah, I'm
I
not
guess it's
sure.
only two rounds anyway.
Yeah,
so
there's only
it's fine.
2 rounds, and I kind of wish they kept the collar dove, because it does give them extra 2 points.
It's more egg space too. Or
Yeah, I
is it
think
the
they're about
same?
the same. Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah. Wow, this game is really shaping up. I'm not sure where this is going. I mean, obviously, like Rocket Fuel with that Benalis Eagle bomb, like goes down anytime. That's gonna, open up the margin again. But Yord also
Yeah.
has very nice counter going on, so we will
I
see.
think your might have kept the Starlink for their bonus card, maybe. I don't know how big the Starlink is.
Yeah, the pass-through manager. So okay, now like 2 points
That's fine.
counter, 2 points counter from your. Now Rocket Fuel is back down to a 3 points engine. So yeah, I'm so tempted here, just for Rocket Fuel to just like play the Martin and then play the Big Bird and just lay it for until the end of the game. I mean, I'm not sure. Actually, oh, yeah. I was wondering if they can like play the Golden Eagle and then play the Benalis Eagle and then just lay eggs. No, they do need extra card to tug, so yeah, I think their problem is they're kind of short of cards. They kind of have to,
Slightly.
yeah, they kind of need extra cards, but spending a turn picking up cards mean like that's a turn you're not making points. So I think from that perspective, they might be also gambling on your activating the Savis, so that they don't
Yeah.
have to go to the wetland, and I don't blame them for that. So I wonder, like, do you just play the Martin here so that you can keep
You
laying?
stall for time.
Yeah, stall for time. Just keep laying
Okay.
eggs and making points, until you have to make that decision. So
Yeah. Well, I know this isn't what you're asking, but I think that Carolina Chickadee could have been that card. But
yeah, now you feel
yeah,
like
I think stall for time it's good.
yeah. Now you're like looking at this like with 1 cash, was that worth it? To play the Chickadee, and now they're going for food. Wow, good thing they pick up some rodents, so it looks like the Golden Eagles are gonna get play. Wow, that's a lot of food. So they definitely have a set with food. Yeah. Now they really just need that extra cards.
Like they went for Carolina Chickadee for their Forester, but I think just by having the Catbird Barn Swallow combo, they could have found something eventually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's going on here? All right. So this is very interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I see where this is going. It's like, you have extra food, so but I think it could have been done differently.
For rocket fuel, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
because now we're entering round 4. Now it begs the question: is the Martin worth it? For 2 points.
I don't think so.
Right? It feels.
But it is the end of round goal, the last end of round goal. So
yeah, it is. But they also have a lot of star nests, so I think they're pretty much guaranteed to win that, even without the Martin.
But now they're even more guaranteed.
I don't think they need more guaranteed.
They're getting ready to get Nest Box Builder.
Yeah. Well, if they're not playing it's interesting. If they're not playing the Martin, I feel like they should have kept the food to play the Golden Eagle, because the golden eagle is 8 points, and
They spend the
now
okay, I see.
now they don't have food to play the golden eagle.
They're one food short.
They're 1 food short. I felt like they should have played the golden eagle using food, and then play the Benali's eagle using cards. That opened them up
Yeah.
to 4 eggs and hunting with golden eagles. So
Are they using food to get more eggs? That's ooh.
yeah, they're using food to get more eggs. Yeah, it was some interesting choices there.
You know what? I think they're being a very honorable player because they see that they have the Benelli's eagle, so they want to even the game out a bit.
That's the way
because
to
they
think about
felt-
it.
They've had so many games that they almost won, but Benelli's eagle screwed it up for them, so they want to be a good team player.
Maybe. Well, by the way, I just realized, Rocket Fuel has the Forester, so that kind of justified the Chickadee, because it complete their Forester. But yeah.
I think that Honey Buzzard would have been much better, but yeah.
Yeah. But, Yort is not going back to that wetland anymore, they're going to be set with the red knot, which allowed them to pick up cards. So they can even pick up cards to play if they want to. Ooh. Okay, Rocket Free is going for the food here. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, they do make 2 points.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. But definitely don't feel great when you have to go for food in round 4. Yeah, if they have played differently, I think they would have been set with like 2 birds in the grassland already with 4 eggs and hunting with golden eagle. I wonder if it was a misclick. Maybe they wanted to play the golden eagle, but because they have the same food cost, so
they look so similar.
Yeah. And look at this, they're always 1 foot short. Imagine if they can play the bitten,
Yeah.
Because the bitten is 6 points. Right now, their grassland is like 4, 5, 6, 7 points. But it is countered by the goldfinch and the cowbirds. So the bitten might have ended up earning them more points. Like maybe 1 more points.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing this anyway.
But pretty unfortunate bonus card pick by Yort here. They did not score anything for the second bonus card.
What card did they pick up?
They got the Nest Box Builder. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah. I'm not sure if they scored the Pastoring Manager. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they did score the maximum for Pastoring, so that's nice.
That's good. Scissortail wasn't gonna get it for them, so.
Yeah. So wow, this is gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be close. How do you feel about this?
I think. Well, the weird thing is they both stayed in the forests a bit longer than they needed to.
Mm-hmm.
But just. I'm not sure, but I think maybe you're just because they got started faster.
Yeah.
But Rocket Fuel definitely has a lot of bird points.
Yeah.
And tucks that Yord has a lot less of. So
yeah,
I think it's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be close. Like their grassland are more or less equal at this point because of the pink power counter. But Yord has this extra Starling that's gonna score them extra points at the end of the game here. So I'm kind of leaning towards Yord here, but I'm not sure.
They won more end of rounds maybe too. I'm not sure who won the first one. Maybe it's tied.
Yeah, let me see. It's a little bit late, but I'm setting up a poll in the chat. If anyone wants to answer the poll, I should have set it up earlier. But yeah, it looks like it might be close. But again, this is a best of 3, so I mean, obviously, when you win the first game, you do have a slight advantage because you don't have the pressure that you have to catch up with 2 games straight. But it really can be anyone games here.
Mhm.
All right,
And then start.
pretty straightforward end games here. Yeah.
Just clicking away.
Just clicking away. I hope it's not that close that, Rocket Fuel would be kicking themselves for not playing the Golden Eagle first, using the food that they have.
I think it should be close so that Rocket Fuel can kick themselves so that they can win the next game.
Okay, if that's tough love there, but yes.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I did see that, Rocket Fuel was shaking the Golden Eagle at some point, so I had some suspicions that it might be a misclick, so that would be quite unfortunate, but here we go.
Yeah, I think it probably was. They're not crazy, right?
Ooh, looks like it's gonna be close, but Yort really have a lot of eggs, and I think it might be going to
Not much more, but
the tuck cards though. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Very close game, 94-87. Very nice. Yeah, congrats to Yort for taking the first game.
It's almost like a turn or two could have helped there.
Yeah.
No.
I think I think that ego mistake, I'm not sure if it would have changed the game, but it definitely would have brought it like very, very close. So
Yeah. Also, yours did get a blank as a bonus card.
yeah,
so
that is true. But because of that mistake, like Rocket Fuel has to go back to the forest to pick up food, which was maybe just out of desperation. But yeah, definitely could have been even closer. But like I say, it's best of 3, so Rocket Fuel can very much still bring it back. With with the next 2 games.
It's just an unfortunate accident.
Yep, and it does happen. And all right, looks like the poll is pretty accurate. Like 75% say Yort was winning, and Yort did. So look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, and
75%. So that could have been 3 people. It's G's alt account and someone else.
Yeah. Wow. I think you missed the intro here, but this tournament. Let's see.
This tournament that I'm no longer a part of.
Were you in this tournament?
I think at one point I subbed for someone. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a huge tournament, like we have 16 groups, and then each group has 7 people, so it was like over 100
Wow.
like players in the tournament, and I felt like if you can make it through like to the final, amongst like 100, and I think it was 112 like players, it's a pretty amazing feat by itself. Like
You've used up all of your luck for your entire life.
yeah. And it takes a lot of skills too, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
But yeah, definitely like kudos to both Rocket Fuel and Yort for making it to finals. And yeah.
Oh, this is a final game.
You don't even know that's the final.
No, I think you mentioned it, but I wasn't sure.
This is the very final. All right, so we have Yort starting in the second game here. Hey, look at that, the green heron again.
Green heron, they should play it this time.
I like it. I mean, like, green heron, one food.
They combo it with that bird. Choose catch 1 grain or something. you turn the grubs you get from a Vogue Swift into game that you can tuck back onto the Vogue Swift.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit convoluted, but you know,
Just
nice
for fun.
thought, just for fun. But you know, this is the final here. I don't think there's room for fun here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would you play the Vogue Swift though? Do you like the Vogue Swift?
I kind of not in this case, honestly, because the Nutcracker is already such a good starter for the forest. Like, even if you
Yeah.
don't use the ability, it's like 1 grain for 5 points. Like, you know,
The
yeah.
food to points ratio is a bit gross.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, imagine this: if you have a chickadee and you catch 3 times, you get 5 points.
Yeah.
But with the nuthead, you just
Scary.
play, you get 5 points. So, I like it. Yeah, I think the heron and the nutcracker start here pretty solid. I wonder if you pick up the gray leg goose here. It's not the
Birds with no egg? Is that
yeah.
what
I
it would
mean,
be used for?
it's unfortunate that's the only end of round goals that qualify. But again, itself is a 7 point birds, and you can play it in the wetlands, so it's still pretty nice. But yeah, I think the nutcracker and green heron still a pretty solid starter here.
Yeah, Tay, I know you like the one food for 5 points, and I usually like that too, but I do think the Vogue Swift is very good here because you're not gonna always get birds you like to keep.
Yeah.
And the Black Vulture is also right there, so that can help you win the first end of round goal and have like a free food forest dungeon.
Yeah.
Out the gate, so.
I think I'll like the walk swift more if say like I have the Rudy Duck, where you know for sure you're gonna be generating extra cards. But yeah, I mean, looking at Rocket Fuel hand here again, very solid start. You have the European Robin, great start for the forest, and then the Rudy Duck, like great start for the wetland. Rodentologist, great bonus cards. So, pretty good start. Amazing, I would say. All right, looks like yours. Yeah.
No, don't worry about it. All right.
All right, looks like York went for the voucher here. I don't blame them. Like, you know, having that guarantee 2 bird in the forest really helps a lot to set up their forest. But I imagine Rocket Fuel is gonna have a very nice setup very soon with their 2 food forest and the Rudy Ducks for extra cards. So yeah. More.
I don't think I like grabbing the Black Vulture just by itself, purely because of this end of round goal.
Yeah.
My suggestion with the Vogue Swift earlier was mainly just to end up with no eggs.
Yeah. I see. But yeah, we will.
But this is fine.
Yep.
They'll have an extra egg for drawing next round.
Yep. All right. You know, I mean, having great card draw definitely always welcome in the game of Wingspan, because card draw is really king here with over 200 cards at this point. Sometimes it can be tough to find the cards that you want to play. So
who needs cards in a card game? Just get those dice. They're way better.
Yeah. All right. So now Yord has to go for the card draw here. And I think Yord did a... Oh, okay. Looks like they're going with the voucher here. Okay.
Yeah. They're trying to confuse their opponent. It's like, I know you have that ornithologist. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. Exactly.
Opener. You won't get to use it.
Yep. All right. They have to face their enemy, which is the deck. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not the greatest draw, but that's just what you have to live with when you have
when you're
Hey.
playing Wingspan.
When you're playing Wingspan and you don't have a great card draw here. I think the Squackle Heron can still get a good use.
They have Fishery Manager. I think it's good.
Yeah, that fishery man. Oh, that is true. Like actually, the Squackle is
Yeah.
quite nice. That fishery, and then
And we're getting it. Yeah.
yeah. So
And also the end of round. It's pretty good.
yeah.
Do you think Rocket Fuel is going for Cerulean Warbler? Or save it for
Maybe.
later?
I won't mind it as a second forest bird. But again, that's always rule 16. There's a price to pay when you pick up a okay bird in the tray. So I don't blame
Especially
them.
Rule 16 with the green heron. It's just like, oh, it's the raven. It's like, oh, I'll use the green heron to get just the right food.
Yeah. But
Osprey.
yeah. I think
Sorry, it's a bit late.
right. I mean, it's never too late, it's still early in the game. Like they still need a second bird in their wetlands, so 1 food for 5 points is still a pretty good return there. I think that was a pretty nice pickup by Rocket Fuel too. Like I like the bird, like the little bustard that allows you to pick up extra cards when you play them.
They might even use it for eggs for the tempo, because right now they don't have a egg laying system. So just getting that one egg to put something down would be pretty good.
Yeah. All right. I think. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Not exactly what I was thinking, but I think this works fine. I think alternative is like, I was thinking like maybe like was it worth it to pick up 2 cherry to play that forest bird? But I think in terms of like food to points ratio, like the nutcracker and the heron is much better. Much better.
Definitely.
Yeah. But now it's just kind of awkward. So Yor has 2 more turns. Like they can play one of those birds, but do they lay eggs? If they lay eggs, they're gonna miss this end of round. So
they're probably just gonna go with the Squackle Heron, right? That makes more sense.
yeah. So you think like play the Squackle Heron and then pick up cards?
Pretty much, yeah. They'll have their cards picked up early on. Basically.
Yeah.
How does Squackle Heron work? It refills the tray, right?
No, it doesn't refill. You just get to pick up any birds that live in the wetland in the pick up any birds that live in the wetland.
That happens to already be on the tray.
Yeah, and looks like it's either wetland or grassland. If it's wetland, then it's quite unfortunate because there's no wetland bird right now.
Right. Because York gets to go after Rocket Fuel, or are they going before?
No, Rocket Fuel is going first for the second round here. So.
Oh, okay, never mind. So York can't really just avoid the ball.
Wait, why is Rocket Fuel not playing that Harrier? Isn't playing the Harrier to win the first end of round?
Oh.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, I'm a few seconds behind you.
Yeah, so I think that was a missed opportunity there. I think Rocket Fuel could have played the Harrier in the grassland to have 4 birds with no eggs, and they could have won the end of round goal.
Gangster. Okay, can York pick this up? No, right?
Mary Gangster.
I think it. Do they have a turn too?
Rocket Fuel.
No, Yord.
No,
I guess not.
Yeah, Yord is done, but yeah, I think the Squackle Heron pick up bird that live in the wetland, and there was no wetland bird in the tray.
Next time.
But yeah, I think Rocket Fuel could have made 3 extra points there with that heron, and they have the rodentologist, so a bit unfortunate.
Could have been a 9-point bird.
Yeah, they missed that a little bit. and pretty. I like the Goshawk for Rocket Fuel here with the extra card draw, and they do have birds that you wonder if they should play, like the Kingbird and the Sapsucker. So I won't be surprised if they pick up the Grasshawk here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if anyone picks up the Goshawk. Pretty good.
Yeah. All right, there
It's
you
a
go.
more affordable Benelli's,
Yeah.
and it's technically more food to point efficient. Is it? Let me check. Yeah, it is. Just by a bit.
Ooh, look at this. Nightingale. That could be a nice pivot for late grassland. I like the Nightingale here.
Which one is the Nightingale?
The Nightingale is the one that you choose one food type and then everyone gain that food type. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that, Yort keep picking up a bunch of forest bird, which is not what they need. So I definitely like, Rocket Fuel pickup here, especially with Rodentologists, that God House was perfect. They even pick up
You won't even need to use rodents to get it down.
yes. Yeah, and they have a few options, like the Red Start or the Carrion Crow. The Carrion Crow can be yeah. The Carrion Crow is like if they have 2 rodent, if they have 2 hunter, they can catch 2 food at the end of the round. So like this is only second round, so they can potentially earn like at least 6 points with that Carrion Crow. So
wow.
Yeah, it's set up very nicely for them with the cards that they have. So
that's not fair.
has it ever occurred to you that Wingspan is a game about fairness? All right, looks like
Wingspan is a game that teaches us about the real world.
The real world, like yes, not all games are built the same, and yeah. All right, looks like Yort is ready to commit to the grassland setup here. Since they're gonna be laying eggs anyway, so like they might as well just get some food here as well. Ooh, yes. So they're going for the points and free food for Yort here. Can be quite worth it. I mean, look at all this bird that Yort can play. So
all these forest birds.
Yeah. By the way, did you know that the Goshawk activation also count as a hunting? So when like when you play birds,
yeah, that makes sense actually.
Yeah, when you play birds like the Benalis Eagle, you also activate the vouchers. So
ooh. That's good to know for a 2v2 game.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Imagine a 2v2 tournament with 100 people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you even want to imagine it?
That would take like maybe 2 years to complete.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Yeah. This game definitely did not escalate as quickly as, last game. Looks like Rocket Free is going with that ring-bill goal there. Getting ready for the 3rd round pickups there. Not sure if I really like it, the ring-bill goal.
It's good for EOR.
Oh, look at this. Wetland Scientist can be a very nice pair up with the fishery manager, so
yeah.
I mean, the reason why I don't like the ring-bill goal here is because you already have the Rudy ducks, so you know that you can very quickly pick up enough cards to play. So you really don't need the extra points that you can gain from the ring build go there. Like I would rather just save the food and then, you know, later, like, wow, if you have no other birds to spend the food, then maybe play the ring build goal. But I think it's a little
But
bit
then
premature.
it doesn't get anything, right?
I guess.
Like, I think if you play the ring build goal, you play it now or never.
Yeah.
I would choose never for myself.
Yeah.
But, you know, they chose to play it now.
Yeah. I mean, looks like, you know, Rocket Field 3 turns here, like, you know, I'm thinking like maybe pick up food, play the carrion crow, and lay eggs to win, to make sure they qualify for the end of round goal. But that's pretty much it. All right, we have the forest setup here in round 2 by Yort. So, I mean, looking at the board, they are both pretty equal, more or less, at this point, I would say. What do you think?
I think Rocket Fuel has more potential.
Yeah.
Just because they have the better wetland.
Yeah, I mean, each of their habitat is just better setup, right? Because the forest, they gain more food. The grassland, they have a area that earn them points. And then in the wetland, they have better card draw. So yeah, it is true that, you know, overall it's a better setup for Rocket Fuel, just based on...
They definitely have the bigger tools.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay. It's interesting, like, okay, so is Rocket Fuel not gonna play the Carrion Crow here?
They should.
I feel like, yeah, I think it's quite worth it because, you know, with two rodent bird, that's 6 points guarantee plus 3. That is 9 points for 2 food. Like, you take that any time. Especially you gain free food from your opponent as well, so.
Yeah.
But we will see. Again, like, game in Wingspan, like, you know, just one trade can always change the trajectory for
Definitely
any game. So, like, Rocket Fuel is definitely waiting. Oh, actually, third round is Yort going first. So, Yort is definitely...
Okay, Puffin.
Yeah. So...
and all the night heron and, you know, those ones.
Yeah, so yeah, the Yort is definitely, you know, hoping for some 9 bird in the tray in round 3 here, especially with their food generation. Like, all right, what do we have here? Moto.
What kind of a bird feeder is that? Oh my.
Oh, look at that egret. Now you're talking. Ooh, look at that hog.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, they got the red-tailed hog, and then they also got the great egret, which, you know, both satisfy rodentologists. Oh, wow. Those are all
disgusting.
That's all the birds that Yort would love to pick up. But yeah, you're just gotta be patient here. And hope for a better trade in round 3. But yeah, I really...
Yeah. We've already given up.
No, I haven't given up. I'm just saying, like, you really need a good trade here to balance it out.
Right.
All right. I mean, there is some that works, not a whole lot. I mean, the sandpiper is still good for wetland scientists, and the grasshopper sparrow can build up their grasslands, so not too bad. You know, obviously they hope for better big point birds with the
like grasshopper sparrow.
Yeah. I think like what they can really hope for is just, you know, not Route 16 any good bird when they pick up, you know, the sandpiper and the grasshopper. So
Yeah, that would be really sad.
Yeah, but look at the possibility that Rocket Fuel has here. Ooh, pileated woodpecker. That's interesting. I mean, look at this. The pileated woodpecker with the nutcracker, that can be an engine in the forest, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And they have the hawfinch that give them seed for caching. Like,
Mm.
and they already have a reserve of seed. I mean, it's very tempting and looks like they're thinking about it. Oh, look at this. We got a kill deer, but I don't know if anyone need kill deer at this point. I'm really liking where, like, I'm really excited for your, like, where he's going with this, with the nutcracker and the pileated woodpecker. I really love seeing this. So
I love it too, but I'm a bit worried because he has to get pretty lucky and draw a cavity nest bird to put in the prairie, or he has to lay eggs, right? So that's kind of...
yeah, I see what you're saying. Right now, they only have the black voucher. So yeah, that's unfortunate that they did not have a good cavity nest here. So
No. Because right now they're being forced to actually spend their 2 eggs.
yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
So
But again, if they get lucky with the cash with the nutcracker, you know, you can cash up to 5 grain. That's like
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Like, oh, but here's the thing. Look at this. Heartseed. Rocket Field doesn't have any cavity nest.
Oh my god.
I mean, look at that.
But they have Rudy Duck and Ring-billed Gull. They'll get it.
Yeah.
Maybe. They're playing... Ooh, this might be the comeback. They're playing for Red-tailed Hawk, the actual worst hunter in the game, so... it's actually worse than the dice rollers. It's a conspiracy. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, my dog is just acting up and getting rowdy for a little bit.
I think your dog was getting rowdy because Rocket Fueler played for Red-tailed Hawk. The dog. Your dog was like, no, please don't play that bird. It's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like with the red-tailed hawk, like, you know, imagine if they play the carrion crow, like now, like even more points. All right, looks like they're going with the Maltoni's wobbler here. So they basically need to lay eggs and also pick up birds. So I wonder what their game plans here is. I think it's still worth it to play the carrion crow.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's it's tons of points.
Yeah. Yeah, I think your play that Sparrow to kind of compete for this end of round goal. Otherwise, if they just like use their pileated woodpecker, they just gain 2 eggs because, you know, Rocket Fuel doesn't have any cavities, so.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, in normal circumstances, like, you don't worry about giving your opponent free food with that forest, but with that nutcracker potential of cashing 5 food, you know, it's still a pretty dangerous game.
Wait, what? There's a risk of giving your opponent food?
Always. Oh, look at this. This must feel so satisfying. Like 5 cash plus 2 eggs from woodpecker. Like,
oh my god.
You don't
7-point click in the forest.
You don't even usually get that with your grassland, so
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is very good. I mean, it is unfortunate that, there's no grain in the reroll, so that's going to slow them down a little bit. Wow. Yeah. And you know what's one thing I like? No one got distracted by the killdeer.
That's good.
They
This is the final.
yeah, they were both very clear, like, what they had to do. Like, they did not just jump on the killdeer when they show up. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Rocket Fuel has even more options now. Like, they just pick up the wood stork again, perfect bird
Ooh.
for their
Great.
rodentology.
Well, they can't even do the great blue heron. No space for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forget that I'm like a few seconds late.
Yeah. All right, Tony's wobbler, carrion crow. Let's go. Very nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, again.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, seems like another close game here.
Yeah. Would you play Maltoni's Warbler in round 4? I think it's like it obviously depends, but I think sometimes it could even be pretty good in round 4.
Yeah, it gotta be very
Crazy.
situational. Like, if just one activation, you start to question whether it's worth it. And again, the thing about the Maltoni's wobbler, if you play in round 4, means you have to spend one turn picking up card. You have to spend one turn picking up food. So,
Right.
and right now with Rocket Fuel Grassland, they're already like 4 or 5 points engine. Like, it make you question, like, is it worth like
Right.
activating the wobbler by spending 2 turns
Yeah.
getting food and getting cards? Because that's like at least like 8 points or 10 points that you're missing.
It works really well if you have those birds
Yeah.
that let you get rid of stuff, which a lot of times are around, but
Yeah.
we don't have that this game, so.
Yeah. And yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that, like, Yort never really found a lot of good, like, big points wetland bird, like all the bird that basically Rocket Fuel pick up, because otherwise with their forest, they can, like, make points by caching and then at the same time gain food to play those big point birds. But
Yeah.
doesn't look like they have that. They have that
kind
option.
of plan appeared like in the mid game, and they didn't have any other cards to kind of build a plan. They never took the one turn to be like, okay, let's see what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's also quite unfortunate that Yort doesn't have a good second cavity nest. So, like,
yeah,
and looks like Rocket Fuel is smart here. Like, they want to get this wobbler down so that they can get free eggs, because they have a feeling that Yort gotta be running their forest for quite a bit, because that's just the best option for Yort at this point. Yeah, kind of tough game for Yort, not gonna lie. It's like, do you just keep running a forest at this point, or do you go for card draw and gamble?
if they had the Molotoni's Warbler, it wouldn't be as hard.
Yeah,
but
right? But that's not the case. I mean, both, like, interesting decision. Like, for Yort, it's like, do you keep running forest, or do you draw a card and hope to draw something nice? And for Rocket Fuel, it's the same. Like, do you just lay eggs? It's boring, but you lay egg 3 times, you still make a bunch of points, or do you try to, like, gain food and gain card and try to play those big point birds?
I would at least play the one bird. I don't think you would gain food as a friend Rocket Fuel.
I mean,
or if you want to do the double play, then sure. But I'd say just drop the one guy down, the bonus card one.
Yeah. Yeah, they have just enough food to drop the 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 what stork? It's not the wood stork. Did I say the wood stork?
I think it's a wood stork.
Is it the wood stork? Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they can play the wood stork and then just lay egg and be happy with that. I think you are right. Like, you know, the wood stork is like 6 points before the bonus card because of rodentologists already.
Yeah.
If they really want to be greedy, they can game food and play the double bird, but they also need to win this end of round goal, so they need a lot of eggs. So yeah, I agree with you. Just, you know, stick with the
'cause
wood
the main
stork.
benefit would have been like, oh, what if I get wetland scientist or a fishery manager
Yeah.
with the wood stork? Wouldn't it be a shame? But we know that.
Yeah.
Has that, so.
Yeah. All right. Wow. Look like their hunter has been going strong as well, so they can
Except
be
for
happy with that.
red-tailed hawk,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, it's interesting. So yeah, I guess Yort is kind of going for the guarantee 4 points here, instead of gambling with the reroll in the forest. So
Guaranteed. Oh yeah. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, it's not.
Bird is confident.
Ooh, look at this. They're going for it.
Going for it.
Rocket
What
Freeze
is doing
going
here?
for cards.
Going for cards?
Yep, they are going for the double play with the wobbler here.
Oh, wait, I forgot they had the Molotov Warbler.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, of course. Yeah,
that's what
sorry.
I've been talking about. Like, do you just like ignore it and just happy with the wood stork, or
No, of course not.
you have
It's a
to play
free turn.
double? But the thing is, like, if they play double, I think they also lose the end of round goal. Like,
Oh, I didn't realize how low on eggs they were. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Yort already won 2 end of round goals, so if they lose this one, they lose like 3 end of round goals. That's not nothing. Ooh, I don't know. It's definitely, yeah. I think we'll see. I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I mean, obviously a big play there, like, you know, both the egret and the wood stork count for rodentologists, so that's like, you know what?
Insane.
Yeah, in terms of bird points, it's like 17 points plus bonus card, and you know, you minus 4 eggs, and then maybe divide that into 3 turns. I think you can kind of justify it. I think it's still like on average like 5 points over 3 turns, so or more
Yeah.
than that. So yeah, I guess in some way, I think you can kind of
I
justify
guess
it.
laying eggs is technically better. Okay, fine.
Yeah, laying eggs, I think like is more like safe, but I'm not sure. I think it's a very close call. I think the thing about laying eggs is that, you know, they could have won the last end of round goal, so that's additional
Yeah.
3 points, or actually 6 points swing, like going from winning to losing.
Mhm.
Yeah, now that I talk
Also,
about
they have
this,
the Harrier and the red-tailed hawk. Yeah, no, it's better.
yeah, so yeah, we'll see.
Mhm.
Definitely feel like a close game here. I don't know what does the chat think. Let's see what bonus card they get. Ooh, Ethologist, you take it. Not the greatest, but just extra
How
4
much do they
points.
get out of it?
4 points.
4? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, 4 points, you take it. It's just that when, like, say if they draw like Ulogis or something, you know. Ooh, but York got 3 end of round goals here. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, actually.
I know this is, wow, look at the bird points. That's like over 20 bird points lead, and I think maybe Rocket Fuel got this with the bird points and bonus card. But all the eggs from Yort, obviously you can't discount that. And the cash, oh no, is Yort gonna grab this? Oh no! Oh wow, close one. Wow. We can't be happy with that, because you know what that means?
Wow. We're gonna get another game.
We're gonna get the
Yay.
grand finale sudden death game. You know, that's
Sudden
what
death.
sudden death. That's what you want to see for
Is
the
it the sudden death that killed Papa 1?
Yeah, this is literally anyone's game now, and yeah, two very close game. Like, kudos to both finalists here. They did not disappoint at all. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. Are they going straight to game 3? All right, looks like third game.
Deep breath.
Yeah. Yeah, they both need to take a deep breath. I think everyone in the chat is excited because we're going into game 3. So for game 3, since
I just snuck a peek at something, but sorry.
what, the game hasn't started.
No, I think they were deleting some old games and I mistook it for something else.
Okay. So the third game, they each got one. So whoever has the biggest point difference will go first. So in this case, looks like Rocket Fuel is gonna go first based on the chat.
Rocket Fuel.
All right.
Fuel the sword.
All right. It sounds like they are each gonna take a small break here to get ready. Wow, this is.
Can you hear me eating grapes, by the way?
Sorry, what?
Can you hear me eating grapes, by the way?
No.
Perfect. I just wanted to check. What were you gonna say?
Yeah. All right, definitely hype. Again, thank you for everyone joining us for this exciting final. So I think Rocket Fuse has been around the server for a while. I'm not sure. I don't know if they've won any tournament yet, so it could be quite exciting if they can win this. At the same time, I must mention they were the previous Wingspan World Cup champion. They won the very first World Cup that we organized on the Discord tournament server. So, and this has been a while since they won the second game, or second tournament. So I'm sure they are very pumped as well. Like, they will try their best to win this.
Yeah. Well, I think Rocket Fuel has been pumping up quite a bit, and they're about to blast off in this next game.
Yeah, I think this last game here is gonna be very, very, very contentious. So oh yeah. All right, let's go. We have Rocket Fuel starting here. The winning starting hand. Do we have it? Oh, I mean, okay. Rocket Fuel is being presented with a test here.
Let me see what you're talking about. Ooh. Cool.
Very, very interesting starting hand here. Lots of options. The tray. Tray. You know.
Oh god.
The Raven.
Yeah.
Oh, but look at that mute swan with the could. Like, just imagine what could have been.
It can still be, can it not?
Yeah. I think very much so. Like, but I just have a feeling like, the could might not stay in the tray for long. So, but still,
it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, definitely Rocket Fuel, no question, pick up the Raven here. But, even with a Raven game, it's going to be a very slow game because, other than the Raven and Mute Swan, Rocket Fuel just has nothing else going on for now, so.
Yeah, well, the Mute Swan helps them get something sooner. And if the coot is picked up, then it's gonna maybe reveal a forest bird, and they're gonna pick the raven, which might reveal a forest bird. So it'll be okay.
Yeah,
Pretty
possibly.
safe.
Yeah, I think the mute swan can definitely delay the game, like, drawn out the game a little bit while they can try to cycle card and make points. Ooh, what do we have here? Look at that Squecko Heron making a second appearance here.
Ooh, that would be good.
I think on average game, like, I would take this hand. Like, the Eurasian Nuthatch and the Squecko Heron can be a good start for the game. But, definitely make you feel nervous when you know that you're going against the Raven, if the
Yeah.
Eurasian Nuthatch or the Squecko Herons are gonna be enough. But I really grow to like the Eurasian Nuthatch.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
yeah. I was I was a little bit skeptical about that bird before the European expansion came out. But I just have seen so many good use of it. It's just such a good value bird.
Yeah, it's the same as the OP Red Star, but only one food. But you get to actually catch it,
Yeah,
so it's very powerful.
yeah, yeah.
King Rail. Did they keep the King Rail? Can they keep the King Rail? I guess not.
Let me
Never mind.
see.
Yes, they can. They can keep the King.
It's a little bit greedy because if they keep the king rail, that means they cannot keep the fish, and there's no fish in the
There's
tray
no
right
fish.
now. So
Okay. Yeah, never
yeah,
mind.
they do need the fish to play the Squecko Heron here. So
Yeah. Makes sense.
yeah. I think Yord has a very good chance of building up a good lead with early tempo with the Nuthatch and the Heron. And then maybe, like, the Raven is gonna rule 16 something good as well. There's always that possibility.
Like a wetland bird.
Yeah, or anything good. We'll see. All right. Golden Eagle, not exactly, but there's something. Now, do you want to pick up that
Heron.
coot here?
So
Or does York want to pick up the cuckoo knowing that, your opponent is playing a Raven? The cuckoo can be nice.
yeah. I think they
Right.
can probably delay on the cuckoo.
All right, going for the coot here. Very, very nice. Yeah. I think if Rocket Fuel got their hand on the coot, they could have kind of run away a little bit because, with the coot and Mute Swan, that's a 3-point engine.
Yeah.
And they can cycle so many cards. Like, they can basically use Raven as a food source in the grassland, and then slowly build up their wetland. So pretty ideal setup over there. Yeah. Yep. The Mute Swan. Oh, look at this.
Doesn't sound mute to me. What are we looking at?
A little bit surprised that York just jump on the wood stork over there. I guess they really don't want the big point bird fall into Rocket Fuel's hand. So
Yeah, that makes a bit of sense. Jordan doesn't really have much to do right now, so we might as well.
yeah.
Well, actually, no. Sorry, I misspoke. I think Jord should be using their tempo right now.
Yeah, should be setting up their wetland.
That makes more sense for Rocket Fuel to do. They'll just pick up good birds. But.
Yeah, because I mean, I get it. Like, York wanted to deny those birds, but there's only so much you can deny. Like, there's the Golden Eagle, like, which is also big point that can be easily played with the Mute Swan. So
on the other hand, they do have their wetland scientists satisfied already. It's just a bit of a shame because they have the Squeckle Heron, so they only really needed to, play Nuthatch to grab food. play with Squiggle Heron, and then they could have gotten a wood store for free, not even costing an egg. So
Yeah.
it's okay though.
All right. Yeah, I wonder. I
Look at
wonder
that. Hey,
what
hummingbird. That's
hummingbird.
so ridiculous.
Oh, I mean, wait, wait a minute. You can kind of go for it here, right?
Yeah, you just like you don't Raven will happen later, but you just kind of
I think you kind of go for it. I think you are right. Like, you know, you might even find something better than Raven.
maybe.
Yeah. It's kind of risky for sure, like playing the hummingbird and then giving your opponent food, but at the same time you're making 2 points with the swan and cycle cards.
Mhm.
You know, there's always that Bonelli's ego somewhere in the deck, you know, just waiting to be discovered.
God, it's
I,
terrible.
I mean, again, like I think it takes some guts to go for it because it is risky. But oh, looks like they're going for it.
He's blasting
I
off.
I I
Oh,
I like it, and they also have the tree swallow. You know, like
for the VD call. Oh my god, that's perfect.
yep, they have the tree swallow. That's like a 3 points engine if they get the swallow down with the mute swan, and then they get food. And then they have Raven as an option for pivot or anything.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They will have to lay eggs again though, which is yeah. Or
yeah,
they don't have to, but people
yeah.
or they might.
Very
Depends.
interesting. Ooh, look at this. Rough.
Who got the rough?
Rocket Fuel got the rough,
Oh my god.
which is perfect for their setup. They're gonna have extra cards.
That's-
Oh,
This is terrible.
they even got a second hummingbird. They're just so cursed.
Oh no. Dude, they should just play the second hummingbird.
I don't know. It might be a bit too greedy because you know with two hummingbird in the wetland, you're like wasting your space
True.
on playing bird that you know you could have
Yeah,
used
you don't
to
get
score
that many
points.
points.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, I really like the potential of rocket fuel setup here.
But say two hummingbirds, like the best time to have two hummingbirds is when you have better cards, or is when you can use the food better than your opponent.
That
And
is
you
true.
can pretty much use the food better than your opponent if you're running nothing
Yeah.
but wetlands. So this is the ideal situation. Kind of like you do need eggs to play birds though, unfortunately, but it is pretty ideal.
Yeah. That was a tough decision there. Like, you know, do Rocket Fuel tuck 2 cards or just 1? Like, you know, if Rocket Fuel really want to go for it, I think they could have just tucked the Raven.
I would have tucked for
I know. I'm kind of leaning too. Like, I'm glad that we think the same. Like, you know, in this situation, I feel like, yeah, you just go for it. Like, you know, tuck the Raven. You know, you can use the food to play the tree swallow, the rough. Oh, look at this. Just look at this.
Oh shoot! What happened?
They got the black-headed goal.
Oh god!
the second most hated bird after
That's
the Bonelli's
terrible.
eagle.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
At least like Jord can protect his food behind the nuthatch. The black-headed gull can't access that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is awful.
Yeah. Again,
We
you
need
know,
to go comfort Jord after this game.
I think it's still too early to say like all this free food is still gonna help Yort a lot, you know.
They give it to you and then they take it away. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, we talk about this like, you know, does Rocket Fuel want to have two food generating bird in the wetland? Like it's feel kind of extra and unnecessary, you know?
Yeah, well, they have no egg generating one. And that's the thing. Like, ideally, you would have your egg generating one within the third bird, so that
Yeah.
you don't have to, you know, do like a big egg laying thing to just put down one bird.
Yeah.
This is extremely awkward for Rocket Fuel because they don't have egg generation. But Otherwise, this is a pretty good game for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So, a little bit surprised that yours is going heavy with the food gaining there. It's interesting. With all the free food, they're still gaining
Ooh,
food.
they kept the yellow hammer for some reason.
Yeah, that yellow
They got
hammer.
rid of the thing, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I like the yellow hammer. Interesting. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
don't think
your.
they'll actually.
Yeah. Oh, what happened?
What's up?
My music just suddenly stopped, so I'm feeling a little bit nervous.
Oh no.
Okay. I hope the live stream is still going.
It is. It is.
Okay.
I'm watching. This is how I'm actually able. I'm watching live stream
Oh, you're watching live stream, so you're a little bit behind.
because I can only. Yeah, I'm. You said 10 seconds behind.
Yeah. So yeah, I think my background music stopped for a little bit. I'm not sure what going on. Let me check for a little bit, but yeah. I thought York could have played the American Clue and lay eggs there, so I was surprised that they go for the food. They went for the food. But all right, what happened to my background music here? Come on. Not sure. Oh, I just turned it back on. I think it just finished and forgot to loop.
Yeah.
All right, we are back.
Welcome back. So I guess instead of you said he could have put down
Coot
the
and then
coop
lay
earlier?
eggs, right?
Yeah, that would have been nice because then he would have been able to take the Gosh Hawk
Yeah.
and extend. But now his opponent's just gonna be able to get the Gosh Hawk for free.
Yep. Oh, that's perfect,
sad.
right? The Goshawk, like they have extra cards. Yeah. I think at
What's
this point,
underground goal?
huh?
Food?
Food
Is
of
this
birds
food
play.
cost?
Yeah, food
Oh
cost.
no, that's tragic.
Yep. I think York still have a. I mean, York can make up a lot of ground with winning the end of round goals. I think like York can easily win the third end of round goal and maybe the fourth. But yeah, Rocket Fuel is definitely building a lot of good tempo and potential here.
Yeah, Rocket Fuel has a better hand right now.
Yeah, with the Goshawk, and then they're gonna play the tree swallow down soon, and then I'm sure they're gonna get their rough down as well. So that's a lot of tugs.
Would you go for because they don't have really any egg generation? Would you consider playing for Raven, or is it kind of like?
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I don't like it. I just feel like
the only reason is because like right now we're hoping to have some egg generation.
Yeah.
From the wetland reef. That's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Like even once you get that, if it's not your third bird, then it's really hard to do. So that's why I'm thinking it's actually safer to do the Raven.
Looks like they might be going for it. Looks like they are going for it. Are they going for a pivot
it's a safe
here?
Play.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see that, like, you pivot, get eggs, and then try to set up so that you don't totally miss out on all the end of round goals.
Yeah. And it's not even like a big pivot, right? It's just going back to the original plan. And I think the hummingbird was actually kind of a cop out for them.
Okay.
Before.
I'm surprised that they got rid of the whooping crane if they're playing Raven and pivot.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but with that being said, yeah, definitely lots of options here for Rocket Fuel. If they pivot with the Raven, they have They have the lazuli bunting, which give them extra eggs. They have ruff that help them cycle cards. They have bonus card bird. They have the goshawk. Um, so, but at the same time, seems like York has been drawing pretty good bonus cards. So, yeah. But the cursed thing about York is like every time they play the Squackle Heron, there's just no wetland bird in the tray. So,
Yeah, and the birds. Well, they could take the tufted titmouse and hope one pops up. Tufted titmouse is all right bird.
yeah. And
I like those double play birds on the forest for cheap.
yeah, it really doesn't help them with the end of round goals, but you know,
Food cost of birds played. Yeah, I guess. I guess they're winning that one probably. Maybe.
yeah,
Maybe not.
it's hard to say who is winning this because like looks like Rocket Fuel is going for it. They want to pivot with the Raven. You know, now that what 7 food costs
And then ruin Yord's day with the Goshawk. And
yeah. They can play the Lazuli Bunting. That's another 3 food cost, and then you know who knows what else they're gonna play. But yeah, it looks like they're really trying to compete for this end of round goals here. So
No, I think Raven is definitely the safer play here. I like
the
it.
Raven, okay, yeah,
It's either they were gonna go all in with like the double hummingbird, or they were gonna do this.
yeah. Yeah, I can kind of see it too, but you know, like all the full tuck and 2 Sears is gonna be quite disappointed that, you know, we did not see a full tuck in the final here. But that's life.
Yeah, they just didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
The egg one.
Oh, it's so cursed. Like now like all the wetland birds is in the deck. You know, first of all, they don't need it. Second of all, like it's not in the tray, so they cannot pick it up using their Squackle. So that's like 2 turns. Like the Squackle just did not get activated. So it's quite unfortunate.
And it's the 2 early game turns too. That's the ones that matter.
Yeah. And look at this. York doesn't have a bonus. They're gonna be so disappointed when they see the Lazuli Bunting.
The scam.
I mean,
Oh,
now
York got rid of that one. You know, the Kingfisher.
yeah,
Actually, Kingfisher is a pretty terrible bird for York, but
yeah,
it works for both of the bonus cards.
yeah.
Which is not nothing.
Now Rocket Fuel pivot totally justified because now they lay 5 eggs and they gain 2 food. So I guess they gain 4 eggs and 2 food. That's better than their wetland. So yeah, I guess you were right. I think this pivot was very successful.
Yeah, then they'll just play the rough. And,
yeah, they can play the rough, and then
they do have some very good cards, though.
Yeah,
so it'll be interesting to see. Besides the American Crow, if they get rid of anything else, or if they'll just be satisfied.
Yeah. And then Rocket Fuel is gonna get the first dip on the 3rd round trade there again. Like, if they're really blessed, you know.
They're already blessed.
They are
have
already
all the
pretty
birds
blessed.
they'll want to play.
Yeah.
The only bird they won't play here is the American Crow.
Ooh, look at this. They're going for the tree swallow. That's interesting. I think
instead of a rough.
I think objectively rough is the better play here because
in terms of raw points, but for their bonus card.
Oh, maybe they're looking at viticulturalist. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but they can do viticulturalist whenever.
Right. Rough is like 9 points, so guarantee. Not guarantee, but more or less.
Maybe their thought process, though, is that the only bird that they would have wanted to cycle would have been the American Crow. And then if they get to go first now, then it would have been the same points, but then they get to see one more card, you know?
Yeah.
So actually, Tree Swallow is better.
Yeah. In any case...
If they were only going to get rid of that,
yeah. I'm not sure about Tree Swallow now because they just drew the Franklin's goal. So
Yeah, well, we're gonna try. So, they have a mute swan though. So I don't. Would you play the Franklin's Goal?
oh wow, they even got rid of the Franklin's goal. I
Yeah,
think you can kind of justify the Franklin's goal because with the Lazuli Bunting, you get 2 eggs, right? And your opponent doesn't have bonus. That means you get 5 eggs. And then you spend 2 eggs to gain 2 food and 2 card. So I think with this particular game, like the Franklin's goal totally worth it. Because
I'm not sure, but I think it's not a very strong. They don't have a strong engine. Eats cards, right?
I mean, they get 5 eggs with their grassland.
Yeah, that's
So
true. Road doesn't have a bull nest.
doesn't have a bonus, so it's like, you know how usually if you run Franklin's Goal and Raven, like you spend all your eggs, you end up just making 1 eggs, but they're actually making nets like 3 eggs.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that's comparable to their wetland. Like their wetland is making maybe like 3 or 4 points, but with their grassland, they're making 3 eggs, 2 cards, and 2 food. So
Yeah. Did they actually get rid of it though?
nope, they kept the Franklin's Goal, so it looks like they might go for it.
Good stuff.
Good stuff indeed. Alright. Yort really needs some good card draw here, and oh, look at that! The White
Let's see.
Stork.
Ooh.
Is that gonna turn the game around? I think it's
White Stork is good early game. It's fine now. But
yeah.
it could.
I think
Oh, but Tay.
yes.
White Stork when your opponent has the Franklin's Goal.
But they have to go for it, you know. They don't have better options. They definitely
it's just a good play anyway. So.
Yeah, they don't want to going back to that wetland that only make 1 point. And I think the White Stork helped with their bonus card as well. So with Fishery Manager and the
I think it's wetland and platform.
Yep.
Yeah. Oof. Tay, do you put down the Black Chin Hummingbird right now, or do you put down the White Stork first?
I mean, they don't have food, but
they do have 1 rodent.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I see what you're saying.
I'd put down the Hummingbird.
Mm-hmm.
Because that gives you a chance to win this end of round goal pretty handily.
Yeah, and they also need the bonus to get the free eggs.
Exactly. That's for the end of round goal, the free egg.
Yeah.
And you can use that cherry to play your White Stork.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the game is getting a little bit closer now. With the White Stork coming, and then, you know, now with the bonus, like Rocket Fuel doesn't have the advantage of like getting free eggs, like 2 eggs from the Lazuli Bunting anymore. So but still a very strong setup by Rocket Fuel here. We'll see how this is gonna end. So
not just the setup, it's just your hand is like gross. Like everything there is playable. So.
Yeah. So okay. Like they don't even care, like they can just tuck those cards with their
Ooh, Grasshopper Sparrow. Is that worth it? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. For example, like maybe York can use that to build up their grassland. Again, we're going towards the end of round 3 here, you know. Everything need to take extra caution here.
Yeah, Yord can't take up the Grasshopper Sparrow unless they use the wetland again, but
yeah, that's not enough turn.
Okay, not worth it apparently.
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Like the wetland only gain you 1 point. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean the Grasshopper Sparrow for Rocket Fuel. They weren't.
Oh, Rocket Fuel, yeah. It may be.
I guess that's fine.
Yeah. 2 point birds is still kind of like okay, and it's not like they have a ton of egg space. They do seem like they're running into a risk of running out. So
true.
Looks like Rocket Free is gonna win this end of round goes to if they play the Cassin's Finch and then lay eggs. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the fear.
I mean, I
Good call,
guess
by.
Yort can use all the fish here because of all the big fish bird that they have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Ooh, quite unfortunate. Not the best bonus card draw, but yep, they're going with the fishery manager because they have the spoonbill, the rosette spoonbill. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Rocket Fuel is gaining a lot of steam here,
Yep.
getting a lot of
That's
feel
nice.
here.
Cool.
Especially like, just looking at the end of round goal, they are gonna win this one. They already won the second one, and looks like they are definitely like in advantage for the last end of round goal, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I think
what's
a lot
going
of
on?
things didn't work out for your this game,
Ooh, I'm surprised that
which
Yord
is
is going for food here.
I guess they know what birds we're gonna play, and we're just gonna play them all. Yeah.
But if they don't lay eggs, they're gonna miss the point for end of round goal here.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought they would have played a white stork and then lay eggs.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah. All the extra food. I mean, it will really help them with the last end of round goal, but the third end of round goal, you're missing 3 points. Going second place is
We can
quite...
still lay eggs now.
Yeah.
It's not as good. -1 card, minus an egg.
Yeah, they can lay eggs now. But did they really needed that food though?
I don't think, not immediately.
Yeah,
No.
not immediately. I agree. Yeah.
Maybe they really liked the setup that the bird feeder was at, but they're against a raven. They don't need to care about that. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, on Rocket Fuel's side of the game, they still haven't played the rough unit. So
Yeah. I don't think the rough is going anywhere. All right.
yep.
Puff Papa. Yeah, I think you just play the white stork here and hope that you draw good cards, or...
They already have good cards.
Yeah, they already have good cards. Like, those are gonna be a big point bombs with the Great Egret and the Ibis. And I think that maximized their platform builder and the wetland scientist. So I mean, yeah, you're right. It's gonna be a humongous point bomb at the end. Humongous. Yeah. This seems like another tough game to call, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
If not for the end of round goals, it would be.
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised that, again, I'm not sure if Rocket Fuel need to play that Goshawk here.
They could delay it for as long as they need. Yeah.
They could have delayed to play either the Roadrunner to build up the grassland, or they can play the spoonbill to see what bonus card that they get. The Goshawk seems a little bit premature.
Just wants to surprise, demoralize her opponent.
Yeah. Oh, look at this bonus card! You take it.
What bonus card?
So York got the red cooked woodpecker that give them bonus card.
Ooh, that's really good. They have they can get the berries for it too.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Again. Roadrunner, okay. Yeah, looks like they're gonna go. Do they even have enough? Yeah, they can get enough food to play the spoonbill and have one left over to qualify for the end of round goals. So they have just enough food. So and they got to play the spoonbill because of the fishery managers. I think it's definitely worth it. So yeah,
I suppose. Bonus bags.
yeah. Again, close game. I don't know. I mean, Rocket Fuel has a lot of tempo and steam at the beginning, you know, with their number of tugs, but, you know,
not maxing out viticulturalist, you know.
Yeah, but, you know, Puff Papa or Yort is going to have a big point bomb at the very end here with their wetland scientist and platform manager and winning the last end of round goal. So
and they're not even that behind in terms of eggs.
Yeah, no, not at all. I think it can be really anyone's game. Like it might come down to like, you know, what bonus card is you're gonna get, like, you know, with that woodpecker, or what bonus card Rocket Fuel is gonna get with the spoonbill. So gonna be very, very close.
Very close, definitely.
Very close. All right.
I think I might edge it for Rocket Fuel, though, of course.
All right. What do we have here? We have Falconer. You take it. I mean, that just means even extra point for the Ibis there. So.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yep.
Solid, as I would say.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is getting so close. This is getting very close. And you just hate to see it when the game is close and your Roadrunner just fail. Which just seems to be the case every time in Wingspan.
Roadrunners went on strike because it was like, you could have put me a turn earlier, but you didn't.
Just off spite.
Spite.
Alright, wow. This is very interesting.
Turkey vulture.
Let's see, what does the chat think? Chat seems to be overwhelmingly going for Rocket Fuel here, so
overwhelming. Yeah.
I'm not so sure about that.
I'm sure they're all on the fence, just like you.
Yeah.
But they can only vote one way.
Yeah.
Whereas we can be like, oh, we're not sure. Yeah. I think I agree with them, but yeah.
Ooh. Oh,
just
wait
because
a second. Okay.
In these last turns, yours is losing eggs, and Field's gaining eggs and already has a decent points buffer. Like, not as much as yours, but, you know. If we add up all the extra tucks we'll have, and then...
Yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to count it. Like,
No, I'm not counting. I'm just saying, like, they have some density.
Yeah, density. Yeah. I think it really gonna come down to this bonus card that Rocket Fuel is gonna get. Like, you know, if they can get a good bonus card, they might be able to seal the deal. Like, for example, imagine getting the Omnivore for Rocket Fuel.
That would be pretty good.
Yes.
This would be...
Oh, look at this big point play. We have to, you know, recount like how many points did Yort make with the Gallinule and the Egret. Surprised that they did not play the Ibis.
Well, the Gallinule might have been more points than the Ibis because
maybe they needed.
No, they're not. They're not.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking about like keeping the extra food for winning end of round goal. Oh, look at this Rodentologist!
Oh.
Come on. This is truly close. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. But that Rodentologist. Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Actually, it was not close.
Out.
Yort is done.
Oh no. He's so done.
Yeah.
We'll comfort him later.
We'll
This is-
comfort York. But like I say, for two people to make it all the way to the final, beating like over 100 players is a great feat. So I think both of them should be proud for the games that they play and how far they've made in this tournament. So, but at the same time, gotta congratulate Rocket Fuel. I think this is their first tournament win. So I gotta bring them back in for a congratulation here. But congratulations, Rocket Fuel.
Thank you so much.
Very
Am I on mute?
nicely played.
Yeah,
Yes, you are
just
unmuted.
blasted off.
Yeah, you
Like
just
we were looking at the things, and you were equal, and then you just went past them.
yeah. Where
Yeah, I thought it was a
Sorry.
closer game. It felt like a closer game. For
Yeah.
sure.
I kept saying it was a close game too, like because actually your got pretty nice bonus card and so but yeah, congratulations again, first tournament win. How do you feel?
I feel ecstatic. I feel like this is what I've worked my whole life for. So this is
I like
since
it.
I played my first game of Wingspan, this is a dream come true for sure. So
I know.
thank
And
you.
first tournament win, and it, like I say, it was a huge tournament. Like we have over 100 players in this tournament, so definitely not an easy tournament to get through all the stages and get to the final and win. And it was also a best of 3 as well. So congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you so much, and congratulations also, Jord, for making it this far too. And you played such a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations for your two. Very well played to both. And yeah, again, thank you for bringing such exciting game. Like I especially love the last game. Like, you were presented with some interesting choices at the beginning. Like, with the wetland setup, and then the ravens. So I think you navigated that really well.
Yeah, I knew it was a I was going to kick myself. I was like, maybe I should have just fully went full tuck here, but um, it's tough to look the Raven in the eyes and not just agree to go along with it.
Yeah.
You played it safe, and yeah, playing it safe is good.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
it wasn't just that. I mean, I think looking at the end of round goal, I think that was a very nice pivot as well. Like it wins you 2 end of round goals, so that was totally worth it for the pivot. So, all right, again, congratulations to Rocket Fuel for winning, and congratulations to Yort as well. Big game from both players, and yeah, thanks for all the viewers for joining us. We're gonna have more live stream coming up, so make sure you check out the Discord server. Also check out the Tuck and Cash channel, and we also have live stream game on Winging It as well. So make sure you check that out. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. And thank you for Heartseed as well for joining me.
Yay! See y'all.
Yeah, I hope you have fun.
I did.
All right.